Rod Blagojevich, also with formal and informal connections with Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown, and formal and informal connections with President Barack Obama, among others. Each of these campaigns received financial and personnel resource contributions from ACORN and its affiliates as part of a scheme to use taxpayer monies to support a partisan political agenda. A scheme to use taxpayer monies to support a partisan political agenda, Mr. Speaker. These actions are a clear violation of numerous tax and election laws. Another point, the fourth point, ACORN has submitted false filings to the Internal Revenue Service and the Department of Labor in addition to violating the Fair Labor Standards Act, FLSA. The investigators tracked ACORN's numerous failures to comply with federal laws that required the payment of excise taxes on excess benefits to Dale Rathke, SEIU Local 100, the Service Employees International Union, under the direction of ACORN founder Wade Rathke, filed bogus reports with the Labor Department in order to conceal embezzlement. Now, all of this, off of this report, this nonpartisan House of Representatives report that asks the question, is ACORN intentionally structured as a criminal enterprise? Dated July 23rd, Mr. Speaker. And its fifth, ACORN falsified and concealed facts concerning an illegal transaction between related parties in violation of the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974, ERISA. ACORN falsified and concealed facts concerning an illegal transaction between related parties in violation of ERISA. The findings go on. They should pierce the corporate veil and do an investigation. A justice needs to do an investigation. And something that they point out is that when ACORN crosses the line, which I don't think anyone questions they do, the individuals harmed are the low to moderate income workers whom ACORN was founded to protect. They hurt the very people that they were founded to protect. Dale Rathke, the brother of the founders, embezzlement and the cover-up are violations of ACORN's corporate duties, and they are fraud. Identities and roles of those involved must be disclosed. This goes on, Mr. Speaker. I have poked through this report. I have spent hours and hours over the last 4 to 5 years tracking ACORN. This report lists the 361 affiliates, and in there will be information on campaign contributions, who received what money. It'll be easier to take that information and cross-reference it back to the FEC documents and see, follow the money. It will tell us a lot about what's going on. I think there's an indicator here that's pretty interesting. I have in my hand the ACORN celebration of 39 years. ACORN was founded in 1970. They held a celebration on June 17th of this year. And the celebration takes place at the National Education Association atrium, probably birds of a feather. That's at 1201 16th Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. This is the celebration of 39 years of ACORN, and it's interesting that some of the people that are less than enthusiastic about doing the investigation of ACORN are invited to be headliners there at the ACORN celebration of 39 years. Now, I remember 39 years might be Jack Benny's year to celebrate, but 39 years is not a year ending in a 0 or a 5, so this must be the annual celebration of ACORN's founding. Who's there to headline? Who's honored? Well, let's see. Senator Charles Schumer, New York, #1 headliner for the ACORN celebration, their annual celebration. I don't know that Charles Schumer has demonstrated a lot of enthusiasm to investigate ACORN. I can't imagine that would happen. Next one on the headline is Representative Luis Gutierrez, Chicago. Chicago politics. Chicago ACORN. Let me see. President Obama made his first political reputation in Chicago as an employee of Project Vote. He also represented ACORN in court a couple of times. Some said pro bono. But in any case, Project Vote, according to this report, This U.S. House of Representatives Nonpartisan Government Reform Committee, Congressman Darrell Issa report dated July 23, 2009. According to this report, it's indistinguishable between Project Vote and ACORN. They commingled their funds. They had dozens of accounts and one affiliate that managed all the funds of all the affiliates, according to the report. But President Obama, according to all reports, Democrats and Republicans, made his political reputation working for Project Vote in Chicago. Project Vote, inseparable from ACORN, thought of as ACORN, and the head of Project Vote was also a top officer in ACORN in Chicago. Chicago politics. Remember Rod Blagojevich? He's listed in this report. Well, Chicago politics are listed in this annual celebration that ACORN held here in this city, in Washington, D.C., June 17th, this summer. Headlined by Senator Charles Schumer, Representative Luis Gutierrez from Chicago, Representative Maxine Waters, who stood before an ACORN celebration and told them all that they were all going to get together and vote the Republicans, some certain part of their anatomy, out of office. So she has, in a partisan way, spoken before that supposedly nonpartisan organization that now, of course, we know they are a partisan organization. ACORN is a get-out-the-vote machine. It's a fundraising machine. It writes campaign checks by its affiliates to candidates. And the three people that headlined this on the top of the list, Charles Schumer, Senator, Representatives Luis Gutierrez, and Maxine Waters, all tightly affiliated with ACORN, none of whom are very interested in investigating ACORN. And if we go down through the list, Kathleen Kennedy Townsend,